Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can install one of the open source capability for Azure Cost Management, right? So what is that one? It's a kind of smart tool which we can install on the PowerShell module as well as on the Azure CLI, right? So basically it's a part of Azure CLI and from there we can install it. And once we install it, that means we get to see different types of reports. So I'm going to show you how we can install it as well as how we can export the report from the tenant as well, right? And once we have that report, we can share that report across the different teams, whoever are part of decision making, so that this much was the cost for a particular resource or particular project or particular resources that we have provisioned within Azure subscription, right? And now we wanted to make sure that a report can be shared across the different teams. And that is why we should have, or as an admin IT pro or a person who works on all of these kind of activities in the organization, they should be able to export it and analyze and share it across as well, right? So now there is way as well for us to do this using Azure DevOps pipelines as well, but I'm not going to cover that in this video because there are many steps and this video is going to be very longer, and that's not what I wanted to do because that might be a boring for a while, right? So without wasting much time, we can start. But before that, I would like you to like the videos, share this video with your friends and people around you so that they can also learn something new, and subscribe to the channel so that they get to see every new video whenever those are uploaded, right? Now let's get started. So why we wanted to export the cost or cost management data, right? So there are so many different requirements, different use cases, and see we have or how much we are spending on Azure cloud services, right? So it could be on PaaS services, SaaS services, or it could be on SaaS services as well, right? So in Azure itself, there are more than 200 services, and it is something, whichever service we are using, be it a PaaS or SaaS or infrastructure as services, all those services are being used for different reasons, different requirements, different projects, different deployments. It could be in-house applications, it could be for client projects, it could be for any requirements, right? So definitely there are many use cases, and definitely there are so many different requirements as well. But that is something when we are going to go through the architecture, and as per needs, we would build the solutions, and that solution would be deployed as per need, right? And for that, definitely we would also look into the cost factor as well, right? So whatever the cost is going to be incurred, then we have to identify what are those cost factors, what are those services we are going to use, and how much it is going to cost us, right? And then basis on that, we would be looking after the budgets. What should be the budget for these services for next 6 months or a year or more? And then basically basis on that, we can define and identify and then project or the whole overall product, whatever the product we are going to host within Azure, that product has some cost associated with it, right? That's not something we are deploying it and then forget. No, that's not something, or that's not going to happen at all, right? We have to look into it, and we have to look into the all the different pillars of the well architected framework, right? And that way we should be able to optimize the cost, optimize the capability, make it safe and secure, make it uh, performance improvement, and all of the different capabilities, right? As well as improve its resiliencies so that the applications and systems are working as expected, right? So let's get started, and I'll share my screen quickly and we will go through how we can install that one. And also I'm going to run a few commands and show you that so that we can just simply get the report and that can be used as well, right? All right, so let me share my screen quickly here and then we can start out. All right, so I have some of the commands with me here, and you can see that this is the command to install that CLI module, right? This is the command to get the help details if in case we need to get anything, and this is the commandlet where by using that one, we can simply export that report, right? So this is something we can go ahead and start with. But before that, let me check if I have installed Azure CLI on the laptop or something. Maybe I don't have one. So for that, I would simply go ahead and just try to, or we'll just show you how we can install it. Right? Let's copy this one and go to portal here, or this is the subscription that I have with, right? And from here, I'm on the PowerShell, which is Azure CLI basically. And from here, we just need to install it, right? So you can see that it says that you can invoke tool using following command. Okay. And the tool Azure CLI version, this was successfully installed. Okay, it says successfully installed. It didn't give any error, but there was an warning which says that the issue was encountered verifying workload. For more information, we have to check this one, right? And it has also, it says that you can invoke tool using the following command, right? So we can try that one. Let's say this one. Pop it out. That test it. Oh, not it. And this expanded more, right? All right. So that's installed. So we can do one thing. Let me get the second command. But before getting that one, we need to get the subscription ID so that we can simply run that command, and then we can simply get the results, right? Because we just wanted to get the results, and that result should be something like giving us the details about costs, right? So that should be pretty straightforward, and that should not be difficult. It says that fetching details, you can see fetching cost data, forecast state cost data, and forecast fetching cost data for resource groups and everything together, right? So this is going to do all of that fetching as well as from the different resources and different groups, right? And then it is going to show us that details, right? So it might take 1 or 2 minutes, and maybe if we have more than number of resources in that subscription, then it might take more time to fetch it out, right? So maybe just give it a minute or two, and this should probably just give us the results over here. So this is accumulated cost, right? There is one more cost which is going to be a kind of complete cost, and for that definitely there is one of the PowerShell commandlets available as well, and we can see that, right? So here you can see that currently there is no cost associated with any of the resources across the tenant. Why? Because I had removed all the resources from the subscription before, and that is why you see on this specific location, there is no cost associated on this specific resource group as well as on this specific service. This is a free service. That is why there is no cost associated with it as well, right? And it has uh, captured the details, right, from all the different services. It says that since start of May. So it has captured from that particular area, or let's say we wanted to get more details. So definitely we have to put some filters and then export it. But this has started and exported the details from there, right? So probably we can do one thing. Let me start start date or something like that. Maybe just a minute here. Okay, so what is going to be subscription, the cost. All right. So as I said, this is going to be, or this module which I have installed, that's the open source module. So probably there would be some of the different commandlets available, right? And maybe there are no commands, and that is why we need to check if there are any commands or something like that. But definitely, you can see that last 7 days, zero, last 30 days, because in last 30 days, I have not used any services, and total in the time frame. So if there was something similar to, then that would have been captured and showed up over here, right? So yeah, this way we can definitely get the details, and this can be also exported in JSON format, and then we can export it and share it and use it across the different teams and across the organizations, whoever needs to be seen, and they can just go through and make a decisions on it, right? So yeah, that's all for this video. I wanted to show you in quick and easy methods, right? And hope you learn something new. Hope you understand, and let me know if you have any questions, anything, and I would be happy to answer those questions. Also, don't forget to like this video and share this video with your friends and people around you. And don't forget to subscribe as well, right? So you get to see new video every time, right? So yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.